guys, how are you?
Hi, everybody. How are you today? We have a very interesting video planned for you today. It's going to be great. We're going to talk about Wendy Williams and Tommy Williams finally admitting what we all kind of figured, something's wrong. Let me bring up the panel. Hi, Diva.
Hey.
You're the star today. You're the star. Hey, Perry.
Yeah.
Okay, we're not going to do this. We got my homeboy today sitting in with us because it's such an interesting topic. Hey, AT2.
What's up, everybody?
All right. So listen, this is an interesting video because this all started yesterday when we seen it, Wendy doing an interview with TMZ. Diva kind of had enough. So she reached out. Let me play the video again one more time to give refresh your memory. I want you to look at Wendy's demeanor, how she's responding. I believe this video is 2 minutes and 30 seconds. It was alarming to everybody. It really was. But so many things have been alarming during this whole process of her not coming to work and things like that. And we feel like people are lying. And Diva had enough. Diva is the star today, people.
Mother Teresa is not having that shit today.
We love Diva.
Diva, you think that, someone tell me the banner. Okay, hold on. That she speaks her mind on the show. I never expected her to say enough is enough. Let me reach out. But you have to respect Diva at the end of the day. A lot of people do a lot of talking and not a lot of stepping up to the plate. And something's definitely wrong with Wendy. I want you guys to look at this video again that inspired Diva to have enough. So let's play this. This is 2 minutes and 30 seconds.
So look, let's get right into it. That's a big statement for somebody who's been a fixture on television that you just have no interest in
for more than a decade.
So tell us about
a very
it.
Successful one.
So Mort and I talked, and I was like, you know, I've got enough money to do something else. And what I've never done, podcasts, which, by the way, podcasts everyone has. But when you're famous, podcasts will make more money for me being famous than doing the Wendy Williams show. So podcast, where will I go? I'm not sure. Europe, you know, the France, wherever I want to go. Also, I know Oz. I know, you know, many people. Dr. Oz, by the way, you know Dr. Oz?
Of course, yeah.
All right, my friend, I've been in New Jersey so many times I can't count. Also, you know, I know plenty of people. So I'm ready to, like, fortunately, I have enough money. I could do nothing at all and just relax in my gorgeous apartment. By the way, doesn't it look gorgeous? Oh, do you see me sitting on my throne from the Wendy?
Is that your throne you have there?
Excuse me.
Oh, now we can see it. Well, all right.
So
Glad to see you took that with you.
So I want to say something. It's interesting to me because I used to do radio. Before I did TV, I did radio. And I loved radio. In fact, I think it was my favorite medium. That's not that dissimilar from podcasting. And those are your roots, too.
Thank you. Thank you. By the way, this right here, this was on the Wendy Williams show. No longer money. Okay, I'm done with this. Goodbye.
It's the old Wendy Williams show. We're not on that anymore, right?
Okay, I'm no longer on the Wendy Williams show. Bow out gracefully. You know, Mort and I love them. But guess what? This is also huge diamonds. Do you see this? So many years I can't count. Will.
So, Wendy.
Will Jeweler gave me all of this.
When do you like a rapper?
And excuse me, of course.
No, I don't like it. Look, for me, and I know it's not my turn to even damn speak, okay?
Yeah.
You have a legend out there. And you know, you have those athletes that's bypass their time and they keep going. And now it's not the Emmitt Smith of old. It's the Emmitt Smith like, what the hell you doing out there?
Yeah.
Why are they putting her in front of the camera like this? I do not like. And I agree with Tommy. Enough is enough. We got to move on with this because we can't have them exploiting her like this. Like it's a, city circus or something. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like,
And that's how Diva felt. So Diva decides on her own to reach out. I'm going to put up your message. You take the story from here, Diva. It's crazy.
Well, you know what? I reached out to Tommy. I reached out to Kelvin. I reached out to Sharina and said, listen, y'all are in control of this. Knock it off. Stop this nonsense and save Wendy Williams. You understand? This is not the Wendy Williams that we have known over the years. I was trying to gather all the pictures for you, Sharrell. I'll probably give them to you later. But I've probably been to that show live over 20 times throughout the time period that she has been on that show in New York. Okay. I've been there. I've seen Wendy. I've seen her at the peak. I've seen her at the decline. And this right here, they're exploiting her because when she does an interview, she got about 60 seconds. You maybe could ask her 1 or 2 questions and she'll stay on track. But you see, even with this, she wasn't really on track with what they was asking her. And then for me, the end all be all was when she put her foot up to that screen and showed them her foot. I was done. I said, okay, this is too much now. They need to stop it.
So you reached out to them via
Yes,
social media. You wasn't playing, and you got a response. This is crazy. From Kevin.
Yes.
The real Kevin Hunter. He says, "I tried." And so, go ahead. You tell your story. It's your story. Go ahead.
Oh no, you could tell it, Sharrell. He just did exactly what you put there. He responded because what I said to him was, I said, "Listen, you are her ex-husband. You can do something about this. Like, come on, knock this off. Stop them from exploiting her, right?" And this is what he wrote. He said, "I tried. She has family and a new manager." He said, "Stay blessed."
Then, yeah, it gets deep.
wow.
First of all, Diva, I have to give you. I have so much respect for you. It's not even funny because we're all sitting here in the audience saying something's not right. Something's not right. We don't know what's right. And Diva said enough.
Yep.
And reached out to them. Enough.
Yep.
I'm happy she did that. Thank you, Diva.
Thank you.
Yeah. Yeah.
Diva.
You know what? I ain't think I would say it, but damn, I love you.
No, I mean, Diva put her money where her mouth is. She took action. She said, "I'm tired of this." If you look at that tape, and if you guys missed it and you're just coming in, rewind. Something's not right with Wendy. Sounds like Kevin's would you say distance herself, AT2?
Well,
or
he know it's over. When he
I,
knew
would, I don't think he's distancing himself. I took that as he can't do anything. Like, she has family and she has a new manager. Like kind of like, what you want me to do? I can't. I try.
Yeah.
You know, that's what I got from it.
Yeah.
I took it as, hey, look, I ain't got time for that shit. You know, the party's over. No more show, no more money.
That's how you
and
took it?
she got family and she got management. She had family and management before.
Yeah.
That's true.
Just saying.
That's true. When he
now
wrote
at this
that
point,
article,
he's saying, hey, you know what? That party's over. I don't need y'all bothering me anymore.
Well, it gets worse. So after Diva, Kevin reaches out to Diva, how many minutes later would you say he came out with the tape?
it was because I reached out to him too. He just didn't respond. But I'm gonna say it was shortly after I did the reach out. It was shortly after I did the reach out. He decides to do his video and come clean partially because, you know, he always circles back to himself when he's doing these videos. But I don't know if you're going to play it, Sharrell, but
I'm going to play it.
Yeah.
I'm going to play it in its entirety. It's 16 minutes, so it's very long. So I want you guys to tell me to stop when you want me to stop,
right?
And comment over it. We're going to watch this together. Go ahead, Perry. Did I cut you off?
I would say this. He had to come out with something because now, like, you know, when that bubble pop, people start pointing fingers. Kevin just said she had family
Yeah.
and management. I have nothing to do with that shit. I got my stripper.
Now, management she's talking about is Will Selby. Is his name?
Yeah,
I know.
that guy.
Diva's not too fond of him. I think you're not. Nobody on the panel is too fond of him. We
No.
all feel that they're trying to cover up what's going on. Now they don't actually say what's going on. Let's just play the tape. Bonji says, "Thank you, Diva. It's so sad to see Wendy being exploited. Diva is a nurse and did an incredible thing. You did, Diva.
Right,
Kevin knows
definitely.
the money train is over with relatives like Tommy. Who needs an enemy?
Yeah.
Diva, I can't thank you enough.
Yeah.
We know Tommy and didn't reach out. Well,
Y'all did. Y'all did. He
Well,
admitted.
you know what though?
Go ahead.
We'll talk about it a little later, like, because I think somewhere in that video that he made, and this is where our relationship sort of went the opposite way. Like, it's cool, we went, but it's like we get to report the news, but he was trying to, well, from his video, I took it that he was trying to protect his family, which I can't understand.
well, let's get into the video. When you guys want me to stop, tell me to stop.
Right.
We'll talk over the video. This is not going to be, because 16 minutes is too long. So we'll just get into it. But here it is. I whittled it down from 21 minutes to 16. And we'll go over what he's saying.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
The youngest member of the Williams family. And
Now, right there. Oops, I can't stop it.
I say I'm the brother of.
You stopped that fast.
Worried. He looks serious. He looks sincere to me. But let's hear the words.
It's not that Joker smile.
Yeah, he's not joking around. And if you've watched Tommy Williams videos before, geez, they're all over the place. But
I think he's serious. I think he's
serious?
serious. Just me personally. I mean, part of me, what he said touched me, and I feel like, well, you know what? Maybe it gave me a better understanding of why me and him are where we at.
I know, and everyone's saying in the chat they can't stand him. Tony has a different personality. Let's just hear his words first.
Wendy Williams. In my caption or title, I had "All Hail the Queen." Wendy Williams, all hail the Queen. Heavy title for a heavy position. I just want to start with fame. And I jotted down a couple of things, and I wrote down fame is to be respected. That's what I feel. Fame is to be respected, folks. It's also to be feared. And most important, I feel as though fame should be valued. And this is as a sibling of a celebrity who's been spanning her career over 30 years. And so I feel qualified to speak on fame as it relates to a sibling or a person in the family of a famous person. If all of these things take place, and the person who's famous respects the fame, fears the pain, and values the fame, I feel as though that person not should be, but I would find that person to be admired, appreciated, applauded, because fame could destroy you. And also, we can learn from that person, so that person can kind of educate people on different levels of fame. So it's testy. I just wanted to go ahead and preface my whole, conversation with myself, because I'm not looking for comments. I don't have my comment button up. So if you're putting comments in at the moment, you could table them and I'll try to get back to them a little bit later, perhaps. But right now, this is for me. As mental health is real. I watched a video or it was sent to me actually yesterday. And as I'm going and doing my regular thing that I do, which is pro Wendy, pro Williams, love life, right? Positive vibes, another day to make it right. All those things that I live by, right? And I will stand by those words and all those phrases. I stand here, not to go ahead and let out confusion or back away from what I've already put out, but to lean on those things, but to add more, because now I have more clarity. Now I have a direction, and now I have a decision to make. And so the decision I decided to make was to be real, be honest with myself, and the more honest I am with myself, the better I feel.
So I have one question. One thing he didn't address in the video is whether Wendy told him to be a mouthpiece. It seems like Tommy took this upon himself to be her mouthpiece. And that's one thing that I did catch in this video. I was all like, oh, so Wendy never told you to do this. Like, you went ahead and did this on your own. And granted, it's family. Like I said earlier on my show, like, I would lie for my family. You know what I mean? I would do it. I'm not even going to kid you. I would lie for my family. However, Tommy put himself in this situation because Wendy did not ask him to do this.
Well, but he's saying it's mental health. He's saying it's mental health. He's not specific on if it's dementia, if it's from the drugs, but he's saying she's got a mental health problem. And I feel like, how he held on to this for so long that it just came out.
Well, no, and I agree. Look,
because Wendy's not going to give him permission to go out and tell everybody I'm struggling with mental health. She's not going to give him permission to do that. AT2, do you think?
No, I don't think, of course she wouldn't give him permission to do it, but you gotta, Sharrell, he still gotta take accountability. He went on everybody in their mama's show. He puts her in the titles. He puts her in the thumbnail.
You're not letting him out of it.
All the stuff that he has done, a lot of this he has brought on himself.
Right. No, I can agree with that. But I think he could have went at that, like, say, he had no control over Kevin running the business, whoever running the business with Wendy, right? But it's still his sister. And when you see things going bad,
Perry seems to be feeling bad for Tommy.
Yeah, he does.
No, seriously. Like, I'm going to keep it real. I have a big family, okay?
Yeah, you do.
And I would see how a person can get the person is doing this. You can't control their movements, but when the backlash come, you like, hey, no. Everything's good. This is that, because you want to keep some family business. And I know
in private,
I could have a soft heart or whatever, but I think later on he do address it in this video where he's saying, "Hey, you know what? I should have been truth to myself."
But I gotta hit Perry with my
go ahead.
I gotta hit Perry with one of my lines. Let's be clear. If a family member is really going through something, you should be with that family, like that family member. Like, why is he not took a plane ticket to New York to be with her?
Let's keep going through it, and then we'll get.
Okay.
Because you two starting a battle already. Let's keep going.
Because that's his ass in the middle.
The video came out, and I am very supportive of my family and my sister because this is all about Wendy. I'm very supportive of Wendy, so I tried to keep things under wraps in terms of her health. She is fighting. She is struggling. She is working her way back to being Wendy. No, she is not the Wendy that we all knew. No, she's not. And it's very sad. Very heart-wrenching, very disappointing. It's very frustrating because, when you find somebody in your family who you want to help, but they refuse your help. They denounce any type of, accusation of them being different or in need of assistance and want to grab your hand. It's difficult. You feel powerless. And that's how I felt for the past couple of years. It's not about me. it's never been about me. Because if it was about me, then I would have been honest a long time ago, and I would have just watched the ratings go, and who cares? And just put it out there. It's going to do what sells. But I knew that Wendy wasn't in a position to get out in front of a camera, and I've always tried to tell her to stay in the shadows. That I've chosen this path to get out here and speak to people, namely to keep my sanity, to keep my mental health while mourning the loss of my mother, while dealing with pandemic, and while working through everyday life and the ups and downs. So yes, I am very supportive of Wendy, but I've always kept it very surfacey and shied away from the realities of Wendy's condition. But now that she went ahead and put the video out and did exactly what I had prescribed for her not to do, and many others, I feel it necessary for me to help me out, to take that last sandbag off the side of the hot air balloon, to be real with myself.
Yep.
And along with myself, I know that I've brought a lot of people along and fed them and fed them and fed them things that weren't the case.
So is he admitting?
Yeah. Well,
He is.
he's saying that.
He's admitting to lying to the public.
Well, he's admitting the lying to the public.
Uh-huh.
He's admitting, not being truthful to his friends that he talked to.
Now we gotta give Tommy some kind of credit, right?
No.
The
I'm
chat
saying
is tearing him up.
I'm saying
I don't
I know the chat can. I'm saying I do give him credit because you know what though? It's one thing being a fan, but it's another thing being a sibling.
Yeah.
Okay, he tried, right?
Yeah.
I mean, no, 82.
Okay.
82. Look. Whether good or bad in that situation, I could see why he would try to hide these things, right? Personally, and and coming out to admit the truth. Some people would never admit it.
You're gonna have a hard job,
Harry. We have to stick his back against the wall for him to admit it, right?
Okay, wait, no.
All right, let me stop you guys and get it. We're just talking in small intervals here so we can get through this tape.
Okay.
And Harry, read the chat. You're about to go in for a battle.
I get it. And I could be wrong, but I'm just saying, we all have our soft hearts. You know what I'm saying?
Let's go.
Yeah.
We got about 8 more minutes.
Okay.
And now that Wendy has come out and spoken her truth, not really that the words, it's not the content that was the truth, but the physical, the image, the sound, that's her truth. That's where she's at. And I feel as though it's time for me to be out here. I know that Wendy spoke about her future goals. I'm concerned. I'm concerned because, after having been in a marriage and, have had battled, not battled, but gone through divorce, which isn't unprecedented. I can understand with her pain and things, but, that's not the crux of the whole situation. Her health is the situation. The fact that she needs to be away from people who are going to do her wrong, that's the situation. The fact that family's all down here in South Florida and Wendy's up there in New York, and we all want to be there. I know, I'm going to just speak for myself. I want to be there badly, but I'm not brought in. And it's not because Wendy and I aren't in good space, because we are. But mentally, she's not on board. Oppositionally, she doesn't want me near because she realizes that I'm there to help and that I might have some validity to a lot of things that I'm trying to push on her. And so therefore she pushes me away, right? So if I were to go up and say, hey, the podcast sounds great. Wow, when's it going to start? Oh my gosh, that sounds super. Then that would kind of, that would open her up. Because there's that fame, right? There's that fame and, the recognition. And, oh, yeah, I am that girl. I am that person with the power. I can do this, She doesn't allow herself to look in at herself as she has any situations going on. And that could be a very despairing situation.
Right. He has a point.
Okay, and that's the
Go ahead. What were you going to say, AT?
He has a point with that one. I will give him credit for that, because I'm the oldest sibling, and so sometimes I can be overbearing, or I might get on my siblings' nerves by trying to give them advice and stuff like that. And so he has to say, "Oh, the podcast, everything is great," or he knows if he doesn't, Wendy is going to throw him out and not talk to him again.
Exactly.
So I do believe with him on that he has to be like, everything's great, everything's good, Wendy, people love you and stuff like that.
This is confusing me, because if she has mental problems, why is she still making decisions?
Well, it's the people around her. Like what he's saying,
Right.
the
He's
people
around her.
And okay, even when you get a mental disorder, at certain points, say if I'm in that episode, I ain't hearing nobody. But when I'm in that calm stage, when you come in and tell them some shit they don't want to hear, fame is a MFer, right? Fame take you to a different level. When people hit that fame, they don't want to see nothing else.
All right, we'll keep going because I don't want to forget. Bonji says there are 16 minutes. I'll never get back. Bonji, stop. Let's finish this. We got
let's finish it.
Let's finish. Y'all are mean, and no one feels compassion for Tommy but Perry. Let's keep going.
Yeah, I do.
sadness of it all.
I mean, seriously, I do. Y'all can call me.
But it brings validity to the fact that I remain vigilant and must remain vigilant and keep an eye on the realities of the ne'er-do-wells, the people who just want to come around and suck and come around and get opportunities for real, while she's not prepared to be all that we know she can be. Because I believe that
And I just want to stop this. He could be talking about Will Selby. He could be talking about Kevin. I just wanted to say that before I forgot.
I think he's talking about Will at this
Think
point.
he's talking about Will?
Because Kevin's upset too.
Here, I need
He
you
got
to
new
stop being a
management
cheerleader
and
let
family.
me just let me finish. Perry.
in life you have to be the best you can be. And the best you can be begins with understanding yourself and understanding the potential that you have. And Wendy's reached, I would say, a great piece of potential if she was to self, and I'm not Wendy, but if I looked at all that she's done, but I was with her, see, that's the crazy thing. From day one, when she used to come in my room and she said it in the movie, I say it on my platform, and that's what it is. She said it in books. It started with a conversation. Wendy used to come in my room and talk to me and interview me, and I used to sit there and give her the time and whatever. And I was only 8 years old, my gosh. But she was a believer in herself. And she's followed every dream that I can recall, in terms of her wanting to creep to the top of her own private success ladder. Yeah. So I don't want her to step back out. I don't want her to get back out there on a podcast and do all these things that she's doing right now, because she's not equipped. She's not equipped to get back on that rung that she was on prior to all this happening, let alone climb and get to the next level. So until that happens, I'd rather her stay in the backdrop. And one of my intentions on doing this video is to hope that it gets into Wendy's ear and into her head, so that she realizes, and maybe she could try to prove me wrong. Oh, he doesn't think I'm the best. He doesn't think I'm equipped. No, I don't. And it saddens me. And as I tell Wendy sometimes, what hurts me the most is to say, I feel sorry for somebody, especially a person of that magnitude. Wendy could blow my, if this were my career, which it's not, she would be able to blow my head clear off, right? She could blow it clear off. But quite frankly, I had a better perspective on Wendy's ability to pull and the strength that she had when she addressed me when I came out and spoke about my mama's passing. That was my indicator for Tommy, because I know my Wendy, if she was at her A game, she wouldn't even give me the time of day. She wouldn't even shine a glimmer of light on what I had to say. That's the queen I remember. That's the girl I know. That's what I expected. But when she came out and rattled off all kinds of, different nonsensical things and, challenged me and all that stuff, and not even just for a day, but the following day went out and did it again, I knew that she had some things going on, and it wasn't to this degree, but it did throw a red flag up. That's why I was quick to go ahead and apologize, quick to be concerned, and quick to have her back, because a true family member has one another's back, and they'll do what they need to do to protect that person. And that's what I did. I made the choice to protect, and I will continue to protect. Well, when I say these things, I go through so much. I try to put some bullets down, folks. I'm sorry, I'm going over here off to the side. I'm not organized like this. I try, folks. I don't even try. I just, for those people who watch me each day, that I do the very best I can at trying to hold this stuff together. But I have lots of fun with you all. But this is something that I was fearful of my coming on, because I was very, very upset. I was very disappointed, very angry, with Wendy's choice on coming out and doing what she did. She seems to be focused on all the wrong stuff, talking about a venture, and who would hold a camera up? Who would be the camera operator to videotape a person sounding like that, acting like that, and knowing their platform that once was in social media?
Yo, look at this.
Yeah, she can get a podcast going right away, my friend, sure. And I've told her, I said, yeah, there's no doubt that you can get a podcast going. You can get mad viewers too. You can get them all, Wendy. But what kind of show do you want it to be? I mean, it could be a circus show where people just come on and just watch and say, ooh, look at her now, and look at her then. Ooh, wow. Ooh, what happened? Yeah. That could be that kind of show, and you'll get viewers all day. And invite it on everybody's couch to talk about it, right? But is that what you want? Is that what the family needs? So, and I'll strike the last part, because the family's not necessary. The family's all good. Like, everybody's engaged and doing what we need to do and progressing in life and doing what we need to do with each day. We're securing the bag. We're securing the bag at every step. But we're not going to win the war without our soldier on board. We're not.
So what does that mean?
We could win a battle, but we're not going to win the war.
To me, securing the bag is like, we securing the bag, but the bag fell. Okay? The bag is no longer there. So
Look at what
You don't even know what he's talking about.
at that point, you get to face reality, right? Like,
hold up here before you start getting to your commentary. Nosy, I'm getting ready to drop the link. Click it right away. And then we've got less than a minute. I just owe it to him to finish the rest. Let me drop this really quick. It's coming now, Nosy. Y'all are terrible. Y'all are terrible. Let me finish this up. And then we have less than a minute. And then
Thank God.
Y'all
without Wendy.
All right, Mother Teresa.
Yeah.
So I guess the last thing that I have on here that I wanted to say is prayer.
Y'all don't. Y'all don't.
No, he crying.
Y'all
I really
stop.
appreciate if you all would pray for Wendy
I didn't see this part.
and consider her
We are.
life. Consider her journey, consider her strength.
Oh,
And I thank you.
okay.
You all take care and God bless. Thanks for watching. Bye.
Thank you, Tommy. Now,
And most important, I
felt it was hurt since felt. Now, Nosy, are you trying to get in? Let me know in the comments if you want to keep coming up, because I want you to come up and speak. I know you've been following this on your channel and you've got a lot to say.
Now, to realize this, I think it was heartfelt
I
from
do
a sibling perspective, right?
Right.
And I don't want y'all to get me wrong, Mother Teresa and 82. I get what you guys are saying, like, well, he's only sad because the bag is dropped. And he want to be a part of it when it's successful. But at the same time, it's like two different things. Like, you can work, but you still have a family. Like, I think that family bond still hurts you. You know what I'm saying? You wish the best for the person, especially if that person can advance you. Right? But I'm just saying. So, I don't want y'all to be.
Well, I do think he cares about his sister. I'm not going
I
to totally
do.
say he doesn't.
Yeah.
I think he cares about his sister. I just think that he should do a lot less talking. Just hearing him regurgitate whatever he thought off of his brain and trying to make it make sense. There were parts that did make sense about it, saying that Wendy mentally isn't ready and stuff like that. He don't think she should do a podcast. Yeah,
No kidding.
we know now she shouldn't. But
Right.
I still go back to all the stuff that he did.
Right. No, I
He
get
put
you.
upon himself.
No.
He's not a part of Wendy's management team. He never was. He probably gets a text a day or every 2 weeks. Him trying to make it seem like he was a part of her life or a part of at least the last 2 years, and all the windmilling he did, all the fighting he did. He put
Right.
himself in this situation. He has
I
to
would
take
agree.
ownership. Also, he needs to stop putting her in the titles and the thumbnails of all his goddamn videos.
No.
We don't know the whole story. He
No.
didn't say. He said she's dealing with mental health. Sorry, go ahead, Perry.
But I agree with you saying 82. You know what I'm saying? Like 110%. It's the windmilling, right? But then part of me doing this 21-minute, 16-minute video, whatever, right? I sort of felt that thing was like, well, damn, you know what? Because me and him had seriously, just to be honest with you on the thing, had stopped talking because, I felt like, I'm on this side, you on that side. But every time I would speak to him, I would say, hey, I think your sister needs to take care of herself. It's not worth going on any further, because being a fan is more than just being, I need you on the TV for my entertainment. It's
Right.
caring about that person. I'm
Right.
saying, no, she need to drop that shit, let it go, deal with her health issues, regardless of what they are, right? Deal with that. No. She's coming back. That's the windmilling you're talking about.
Right.
Absolutely.
That's why people saying you instilled yourself too much, when the people who was getting paid, like the management and Kevin, should have been windmilling.
And remember, he said Wendy
it
is
shouldn't have been
fine.
you. Right.
Yeah. So here's what I have to say about that video, Sharrell, about Tommy, about the entire situation. When his back was pinned against the wall, that's when he wanted to decide to come and speak up. Before that, he was photoshopping pictures, right? He was photoshopping pictures, He was agreeing with the sightings. He was saying that all was well, everything was good. And he was saying that Wendy was down there in Florida with them, right? So now you're saying she in New York. You're not really involved. She pushes you away. I mean, come on, Tommy. And you want us now, I do feel that even though his message was messy, I do feel there was some heartfelt moments in it. I wholeheartedly believe that he cares about his sister, but he talks out of two sides of his mouth, right? Because part of that video was about him. He always circles back to himself. He circled back to himself when he talked about you know how when I talked about Wendy that time about when I misspoke about the funeral with mom and that she wasn't herself then. Hold on now, Tommy. Hold on now, Tommy. You know what? See, that's what I mean. You
hold on
always
one second. Hold on one second. Hold on. I'm sorry, guys. I really want Nosy to come up and share the things that she knows about that she's been following it. So I'm going to drop some of you backstage. Please try to call back in. I feel bad for doing this, but she really needs to be heard. And my backstage gets filled quickly. So I'm doing it right now just so she can come up and share her
opinion
and her investigation. Right. Nosy gets into it. Okay.
Yeah. But Diva, look.
All right, Nosy. Try it again.
It's true when they go so far, like certain things, I think, say your personal side, come out, come clean. Because you know what? Sometimes it feels good to come clean. Just say, hey, you know what? This is what's going on. Now that it's out there, that TMZ covering every damn thing, swollen foot and every goddamn thing. You know what I'm saying? Right? But when you see somebody making a clown of your sister or your brother, it's not an easy thing to do, right? But it's good that he finally came out. Well, now, I can see what you're saying. You sort of forced to, but at the point, I take that.
But in the video,
hold on one second. You guys keep talking.
In the video, remember he had even said that, if Wendy was in back in her he didn't say right frame of mind, but if she was good, she wouldn't even care about what I'm saying and stuff like that. So that even lets you know, he knows that Wendy wouldn't be down for this if she was in her right state of mind at all.
Well, yeah. He basically said that, but I think that, look, at the end of the day, I'm glad he came out, but I understand what you guys are saying too. So it's not like Perry that naive of everything. You're saying, hey, he has some accountability too. That's what you're saying, 82. That's what you're saying, Diva. Come out and say, hey, you know what? I could have handled this shit a whole lot better. You know what I'm saying? But at the end of the day, we all make mistakes. Nobody's perfect. You know what I'm saying? But that's your sister going through this shit. But I get what y'all saying about the cash. Because at the end of the day, it comes to CA.
Perry, I felt like you too. I felt like you. When I went live originally this morning, I was on damn, Tommy had to speak out. He's seeing what was going on. He cared about his sister. But watching it a second time, I totally changed my opinion. Okay. Diva, I don't know if was this your first time seeing it or this is the second?
My second time.
I saw it already. I saw it because I thought it was shocking that a little bit after he did this video with his little confessional, right? After I reached out to him, Kelvin, and Sharina. And somebody wanted to rip me to shreds because I reached out to Sharina too. But listen, Sharina, that's her. Kelvin is her man. And women have the power to speak to their man. And I was respectful to all of them. I was just like, yo, this is Wendy Williams.
Right.
Stop these people from exploiting her. This was an icon. This was a legend. She did what she did when she did her show. Right. But at this point right now, to have she's kind of like a patient, you know what I'm saying, with a condition, and you're letting people exploit a patient with a condition.
Hey, Nosy.
Hey.
Now I know you've been covering the story, and you played the video. What do you think? What do you think?
Yes, I was so devastated when I saw them elephant skin feet. Wendy put them feet up there. Them feet look like planks. I said, "Oh my God, what's going on with Wendy's feet?" They look like tree stumps.
Oh hell no!
Harry, stop.
I bet you that was Tommy holding that camera when Wendy put them feet up there. But this is what I have to say, because, and I've been saying this, Wendy has dementia. We need to accept that. The queen is gone. I don't think that Wendy is going to be back to the way that she was. She's too far gone. I think that she's probably drinking again. She's probably doing a little booger sugar, and she's probably on some kind of medication, but she's not taking the medicine for that fluid in her feet. And she's taking the wrong medication, and I think that it's messing with her mind. And also, I think that Wendy is brokenhearted. Wendy poured years and years and years into that bum man. For him to have another woman, he had that woman for years. Sharina's been around for years. When Wendy's son had that synthetic marijuana, and they had to take him to Honduras, Sharina was there. She was going on the trips with him. That's why Sharina makes those pancakes from Dr. Sabi's recipes, because Sharina went with Wendy and Kelvin to take their son to Dr. Sabi. I'm telling y'all, Sharina has been around for a long time, and a girl was in my comments saying that he used to bring Sharina in the gym with him years ago. So he's been messing around with Sharina, and I think that Wendy knew that, and she accepted it, because having a piece of man is better than having no man at all. She wanted to brag to Whitney Houston about how I have a good man, Whitney. I have a good man. She felt like a man was her identity, and once they crumbled, and he had the nerve to get that side piece pregnant. And she could not justify that. She could pretend like she didn't know about the girl as long as there was no DNA, there was no shared child. But once that child existed, she couldn't ignore her or pretend anymore. And she had to let go of him for her own little piece of dignity, but it broke her heart. And now she's ruined.
Let me ask you this, Nosy. You said you think she's still drinking or on something, and it really seems like it at times. She's actually slurring over her words at times, but somebody would have to give her this stuff, wouldn't they?
Yeah, and you know what? I think that, okay, see, I don't want to get too controversial on somebody else's channel, but it's some conspiracy theory behind that, because Kevin Hunter has life insurance on Wendy, okay? He said that himself. He said that was in that divorce agreement, and he said it on his live on Instagram. And Ray J was seen with Wendy, and y'all know that Ray J was there when Whitney Houston left the world. All I'm saying is Ray J is known as the industry grim reaper. So he was there he was with Wendy. I think that Kevin Hunter told Ray J to go in and give Wendy a bad bump to get Wendy up out of here, so he can get that insurance money to take care of that bug-eyed baby. Okay, and
you telling Journey bug-eyed?
the baby's. I heard the baby's bug-eyed. I heard the baby's bug-eyed. He needs that insurance money to take care of that baby. So there's that. And I think that Wendy is absolutely drinking. Also, like, I think that she has dementia. And if y'all listen to her when she was on TMZ, Wendy said, well, I'm going to travel and podcast, and we're going to do a podcast, and I'm in a partnership for a podcast, and where will I go? Maybe I'll go to France. Podcast.
Right.
And wait to fall in love again. And I don't know what podcast is, but podcast. That's how she was talking.
Yeah.
You don't even know what a podcast is. How do you travel with a podcast? You can podcast from anywhere, but her saying she's gonna go here, it didn't make no sense.
And it just came out of nowhere. Maybe I go to China. Podcast, China. Maybe I go to Mississippi.
Nosy, what do you think is Tommy's role, and did you feel that he was sincere?
Tommy has never been sincere. Tommy needs to go ahead and come out that closet and put on, and Wendy even hinted at him being in the closet on her show. She did. He needs to come on out and stop trying to make money off Wendy. He could make a lot of money doing drag shows. Stop trying to make money off Wendy's name and Wendy's misfortune. Wendy is not, and you know what else? And Tommy needs to do something about that Wells Fargo situation, because I don't care what nobody says, that bank is not wrong. That bank froze that account because Wendy was parading in that bank with them pum-pum shorts on, with Kevin Hunter on her arm, taking out large sums of money to give to Kevin Hunter, and that bank knows that something's wrong with that. So Tommy needs to stop them from draining his sister's bank account. And where's Wanda? Where's her sister?
Yeah,
that's true.
Wow.
Well, what if Tommy wanted to do something about it? What do you think he should do? Get rid of her, the people around her? What? How can he help? Because she goes in and out. There's times when she's really clear and knows what she's talking about, and then other times where she's just talking crazy.
But isn't he like, well, I guess her son would be next of kin, and then him, I guess. But they need to get together and do something because her father is too old to step in. Kevin Hunter is no longer her husband, so he is not a factor anymore. So it's really, and Wanda is somewhere living her life, and she don't care about Wendy. We ain't heard from Wanda, and we don't know what happened to Chit Chat in My Way either. The cats none jump ship too. So it's really up to Tommy and the son. There's nobody else. We don't know where those cats are. We don't know what happened to those cats. And cats are shady. Cats will leave you when you're down.
All right, let me start bringing in some more calls. You want to stay on, Nosy?
Okay.
Yeah, no, I would say this though.
Sebastian,
I don't think
the
as much
number
Tommy
one
can do.
Wendy lover. What are your thoughts on this? I know your heart is broken.
Listen,
you love her.
I've always said I do love Wendy Williams, but I do think she is unwell. I always said that.
You think she's on what? I'm sorry, say it again.
Unwell.
Oh,
unwell.
yeah.
I've always said that. But one thing is, I will never listen to Tommy Williams ever in my lifetime to tell me on the condition of how Wendy Williams is. Because why would you do this when you know her trial date for her bank account is coming very soon?
Oh.
Why would you do this?
Oh.
You're probably going to make her even in a worse state by doing what you did.
Well, I got to push back and play devil's advocate. If it's your sister and there's nothing you can really do about it, and he just had a moment.
Listen, if I was in the public eye and I know my sibling is going through an issue with a bank account and has issues themselves, I would have stepped out of that situation and not mentioned a thing until the courts finish their assignment. Yeah. He should have never did this. This is a whole, now Wells Fargo is probably going to win. And second of all, I don't think she has dementia. I do think that she has the issues with the Graves' disease, lymphedema, and all those things, because the medications you do take for her hypothyroidism, the medications you do take for them do make you a little delusional, and what she's showing on screen, that I do think that has, and she could be taking some alcohol too.
Yeah, doesn't she seem like she's under the influence?
She's
this
taking
is
something
sad.
else.
She's drinking.
She's drinking. If you look at it, like just the day before that interview at night, she was walking outside to Hollywood Fix, talking normally, and then during this interview she did this. So the thing is, I feel like I hope she does become well. I hope she is, because she's getting better compared to the last interview we saw with Fat Joe.
Really?
Which one? Yes, that Fat Joe interview was worse.
Now, Perry, you're very hurt. You're very hurt. You feel like everybody's just beating up on Tommy, and you see it as you, right?
No. I mean, okay, look, I'm saying with Tommy thing, I get both sides. I'm just saying I think part of it was from the heart. But what Sebastian is saying is full of shit because he ain't coming clean, right?
I am coming clean. I did say
you
that.
Just bouncing out here as a fan, right?
I'm
if
not
you was a
bouncing
Karen
out
fan,
as
let's
a
get
fan.
real. Tommy had to get real today.
How do we know we're getting?
Terry, are you saying that because you're Tommy's friend?
No.
And you're
Tommy
looking at
said
it.
something is not mentally right. Sebastian, come on. Oh well, I think she's medication. You know, it's just a.
Terry,
Those
she does act
medications
like she's
do
on
take
something.
those
No.
medications do
Yeah,
act on
she's
you.
on something, but he's not admitting that part.
I just said medication.
You know what, Sharrell? Let me add this to it, really, right? You can be drunk and still talk sense in a way.
Yeah.
The way that she's talking in every interview is more towards some memory loss and her not being able to stay on track.
Exactly.
I'm not taking it as she's high, she's drunk when she's doing these interviews. I mean, because she goes off the beaten path, right? She's like, podcast, maybe I'll go to China, maybe I go to France, maybe that you know, if you're drunk, that's not the way you're going to be speaking. She's talking like she's out of her mind and she's not staying focused, right? This interview that Tommy did, it's not going to be no worse or help or hurt her case more than any video she already did.
Tommy can't save her.
She did the Fat Joe interview. If Wells Fargo's want to win, she did the Fat Joe interview that didn't make any sense. She did the interview where she was walking. I'm telling you, she can't do anything past 60 seconds, right? Even
No.
when she was walking, she was like, "Oh, I love so and so." They didn't even ask her a question about anybody, about loving anybody. And even with this interview with TMZ, you can tell that something wasn't right. So Tommy didn't hurt anything.
Not a
Well,
damn thing.
Nina, what role do you think Kevin plays in this?
Kevin.
Yep.
I really don't think he played any role at this point.
What about the
right
rumors
now.
that he was going in the bank with Wendy and reestablishing a relationship with Wendy and
They're
getting all back involved?
That's just what they are, rumors. I mean, we don't know them to be true. At least I don't know them to be true. Only thing I know is that her sorry ass, no good brother, he just said. I mean, he talked more about himself, trying to make sure he was clear, as opposed to helping out his sister. And the thing about that is, you covering up your damn tracks now, because the other interviews you did before, Tommy, even on the Sharrell show, you was downgrading your sister. So you backpedaling it now. Now you know the shit get ready to hit the fan. Your pocketbook is got holes in it.
So
it's
what
like
are you saying? You think he was more involved in going after her money? Is this what you're saying?
Oh God!
Exactly.
Yeah. Who knows him? Just AT2 said something about I may be paraphrasing AT2 about family when it comes to your siblings and being the oldest. Right. Okay, that's fine and dandy, but ain't none of us on this panel famous like Wendy. So when you talking about Wendy Williams. And she need to have somebody that's representing her and F the family, because the family will F you all the time. And I feel like right now, and I'm gonna say this about her condition because I don't know, but I'm an ex-drug addict, and I'm just gonna say this: all that mess she's talking, it sounds like to me she's under the influence of a whole lot of narcotics and narcotic drugs.
Yeah.
I think they dope her up before they let her speak.
Well, she's taking the medication for the lymphadenema. Why did they let her put her foot up there? That's some bullcrap.
I don't know.
Because she was high. She was high and she didn't care. And when you high, you spaced out all over the world. She in China, she in Jersey, she in New Mexico. Okay, that's what happens when you under the influence of cocaine.
Damn.
You understand what I'm saying? And Wendy Williams she has said that she was a recovering addict. And she dipped and she relapsed and she dipped and she relapsed again. I believe, I'm not sure about the dementia because I don't know a whole lot about it. She looks terrible for one. She doesn't look healthy.
She does.
Two, when she speaks in circles just like an addict would. You don't know, you talking about this 1 minute, but you taking a hit the next minute, and then you all over on the other side. She does not look well to me. This is what I just wanted. You can drop me. I just want whoever really cares about her. I don't know where her sister is. I don't know what kind of relationship
where is Wanda?
She has.
Right.
And Wanda has been absent. You see, she's gone from the whole thing. You don't see her nowhere. But somebody has to care about her. I ain't talking about her little nappy-headed son either. He all for what his daddy is.
Damn.
That's what I believe. Somebody has to care about her.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Well, who? Who is that?
That's my question.
She don't have nobody.
When you're famous, you got all these people coming behind you like little old damn ducks, right? Soon as you go to your downfall, all them little ducks become ducklings and they go back to the damn pond. They leave you. So I'm just like, please stay out of this the light, Wendy. Go back into treatment. I believe she's been into treatment. She did her 90 days or 120 days. She's got on her medication, but she's coupling that medication, mental health, with that mess with her foot, whatever disease she has, plus she's doing the sugar. That's what it seems like to me.
And basically, Nosy, that's what you're saying too, ain't you? Perry, no. Nosy, that's basically what you're saying too, right?
Yes, she's definitely doing something, but that's also like her memory is not right. We can't say that the way she is completely drugs and alcohol, because she just purposely gets high and drunk before every live? No, there's something also going on with her memory.
Yeah.
I think it's the mental health medication too. I'm sure she's on some mental health medication because she's too, I don't know. I'm just like everybody else. I got an asshole. It don't mean nothing. My opinion really don't mean nothing because it really, if I can help her, I would, but I can't.
Yeah.
So
Right.
I'm just trying to cipher this. Like, why isn't it somebody? I know it's got to be somebody that loves that woman. Come on now.
Who?
That really,
Who?
I don't. I
Well,
know
you
it's
know
got
what
to
I
be.
think it is, Sharrell? Tommy said part of it, right? He can't get next to her. So whoever is around her right now, they're probably not even letting family be around her. So he gave
Good.
us little tidbits and clues about, the fact of nobody can really get next to her. So I think that even if the sister, first of all, the sister's never been a talker like that, right?
No.
So
But
she's
she's
not
got
gonna
to
come.
step up now. Where
Well,
is she?
But we don't know. We don't know if behind the scenes, Sharrell, that she's not trying. Just like you
Diva,
see, yes.
how is she getting this new manager then? How?
Well, he was with her way before this level of decline came. If
Mhm.
you go Google him, at
Yeah.
Yeah.
first,
They-
before the show was over, they called him her boyfriend.
Yes.
They
Wow.
called him a boyfriend.
Mhm.
And he's a
Wow.
jeweler. So how he go from the boyfriend who sells jewelry to now he's her manager? He's probably
Another
part of the
Kevin
problem.
Hunter.
He probably
Another,
part of go ahead, I'm sorry.
yeah, another Kevin Hunter.
Right, pretty much.
Mhm.
But you see how he got her juiced up in the head because you see her show all the jewelry on her arm and the big ring, and she
That
said
was
he gave it
promotion.
to her.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. Yeah. This is bad, y'all. This
Okay,
is
you can
bad.
drop me. I'll
Thank-
talk to y'all later. Y'all
Thank
have
you,
a good
Nina.
one.
Take care, Nina.
Thanks for calling in. Sebastian, I'm going to go ahead and drop you and bring in some new people. Thank you. And I know your heart is breaking, Sebastian.
Yeah.
I know your heart is
I
breaking.
mean, so you know what, Sebastian, though, one thing you got to remember this, man, at some time in life, get out of denial, and I want you to know this.
I'm not in
Why the
denial.
fuck you
I'm not
lying?
in denial.
Perry.
I'm not in denial. I said I don't think she's well.
Yeah.
I don't think she's well.
Wait,
Anyway.
Sharrell. This Angela Diva, do you know your voice is annoying? Well, I'm sorry.
Oh
Close
my
your ears
God.
when I speak.
Hold on. Let me try to get more people in. Thank you, Sebastian. I appreciate
No
the call.
problem.
Sebastian.
Okay. This is bad for a lot of people. For Nosy, for Sebastian, people that really love her. Sound off.
Uh-oh, we
Buzz,
got
what
Ruth
did
in
you
the
want to
house.
add to the conversation? This is bad.
Hi family.
Hey,
Hello, guys.
Hey, Ruth.
Hey.
Let's let Ruth start. Let's start with you, Ruth. Sound off.
Yeah, so this is what I want to say. Tommy is full of shit. Okay, he is full of shit. Sherry, if you're my sister and something is going on, I'll tell Perry, just give me the pantry. I'll come and lay down there and make sure my sister is all right. Okay, I will move in.
But I gotta push back, Ruth. What if it's not that easy? What if Tommy wants to help but can't get close to her? What if
This has happened because these people have been abusing Wendy financially for a very long time. These are moochers. These are people who don't want to work and have depended on her and stealing from her for a very long time. Who does this? A man goes and has a child outside and think that he can use you to be working and getting paid and taking care of a side chick with a baby.
I mean,
Wendy
Nosy,
had
do
a
you
breaking
think Kevin's
point.
involved?
Wendy had a breaking point.
Yeah.
And out of all family members, Wendy does not know that she only has one sister, Diva. I mean, Diva has done, you know what I'm saying? A person who doesn't even know you to advocate for you. That means a lot.
Diva,
You know?
I gotta publicly thank you again. You reached
Yeah.
out. Buzz, what do you want to add to the conversation?
First, let me thank you, Diva. You took it a step further than what I did because I've been reaching out to everybody. AT2 already done told me, look, you talk to everybody. I've been talking to everybody because I saw this decline. I've been sending messages, anything that I can see, anything that I can correlate, because this is a mess. From the family to the vultures, like I'm the one who made the correlation about the jeweler that he's her new manager. He's been around since 2020. So yeah, he's been waiting on the opportunity. That's that dude Will. His name is Big Will. You can follow him on Instagram. It's this other dude. His name is Mel Maxey. He be all up in her house. And he's a person who does like custom made furniture and stuff. And like he does like a lot of Louis Vuitton stuff. I'll send you his information. I think I already sent
So
it to
you're
you.
saying two people in particular to keep our eye on.
Yes.
Will and Mel, what's his name?
Mel Maxey. He was the guy, and he was one of the guys in the Fat Joe video.
Oh, when she was like my friend or whatever.
Yes,
Yeah.
exactly. His name is Mel Maxey, and let me tell you, if you go on his Instagram, he actually had a picture of her when he took her to the street that was named after her, Wendy Williams Way. But when he saw that I was putting two and two together, he deleted the picture. But I still have the picture. Oh, I screenshot. So anyway.
Well, maybe Nosy, you still doing investigations?
Wait, what was it? My dog was acting crazy. Now, what you got a picture of?
She said, look into a guy named, what's his name?
Mel Maxey. He was one of the guys in the Fat Joe interview that she told him to come into the camera. His name is Mel Maxey. He's a custom designer. He designs all custom made stuff. And that Louis Vuitton jacket she had, he created it. He be up in her house. I don't trust him either.
You got to start the investigation. You got to check out Will Selby, the manager who used to be the jeweler, and Mel Maxey. That's his name?
Yep.
Yes. All right, mermaids, y'all, okay, y'all get on it. We're getting on it, mermaids. Y'all know how to
get on
That's
it.
right.
And Nosy will find out who he is and why he hanging around so long.
And like I told AT2 earlier today, I feel like her family, I don't know what the heck they're doing. 1 minute they were like, ain't nothing wrong with it. That's part of the reason why Wells Fargo had access to our money. They didn't step up. They're like, oh, she don't need no help. She don't need no help. Step up, get control of the money. And if she really didn't need help, y'all could have worked that out behind the scenes. But the point was to get the money. But we already see she got issues, and y'all should stepped up, got out of denial, and stepped up for her, because now you made a bad situation worse. Because now she's back in New York under all these scumbags. They hip hop scumbags.
Right.
Yeah.
Ooh,
And going to YouTube is not the right move. Like, I'm sorry, I'm still holding Tommy accountable. Going to YouTube was definitely the wrong move. I wouldn't go to YouTube to make her cry for my sister. I would go to my sister.
Exactly. And then this whole thing of he can't get to her. Now, I understand that when you get to a certain level and you got people interfering, I understand that. But I also know I've seen what he's been doing since before this all happened. He's a clout chaser. I mean, I'm not saying he doesn't care, period. I'm not saying he doesn't care at all. Before you get upset, I know he cares. I know y'all had conversations that's beyond the blogs and behind the scenes. So I know he's probably told you stuff that you ain't even gonna say. But what I'm saying is, you can care about two things can be true at the same time. I do believe he cares. I do believe that kind of did something to him. But I also believe he did a lot of stuff for clout. I got from a good source that he was talking so much mess about Wendy before all this happened. Like, let's just stop it.
Okay, Buzz, what is Mel's last name again?
Maxey. M-A.
And you have his social media?
Yeah, I've been sending you stuff all the time. You ignore me, or you don't, or maybe I don't
know. No, you have to send it to me.
Nosy, will you open an investigation to find out who Mel Maxey and why no one's trusting Will Selby?
Yes, everybody just send everything to nosyholive@gmail.com.
Well, let me tell you, AT2, I sent him, all I had to do was say, hey, this is the same dude that's our manager. When I tell you he put two and two together and said he does have a PR firm, but he's known mostly as a jeweler, I'm like, oh, AT2 broke it down. Yes, he does jewelry for like Drake and all of that. So he's reputable.
He don't have any clients. You know, he got a PR company with no clients.
No, he doesn't have any clients. He's absolutely right.
This is bad.
He has no clients. He's known to being a jeweler. Like, he does stuff for Drake and stuff. He has no clients on the PR side at all.
Damn.
All right. Thank you so much. We're going to do a part 2 and 3. Nosy, you're going to come back and we'll all between my channel, Nosy channel, and find out what the hell is going on. But these two men is making me raise a red flag.
Poor
Poor Wendy. Poor Wendy.
in the chat too, so everybody can. I put my email in the chat.
Oh, email Nosy. Nosy's investigations ain't no joke.
Okay.
She will get to the bottom of it and tell us what is going on. Her email's in the chat. Let me try to pin it. Is it Nosy Live?
Oh, I would talk to your. I know her mother passed. I would talk to her mother's ghost and find out what's going on.
We need to allow this investigation. This is what Nosy do.
I
This is
think
up
she
her
was
alley.
I'm sorry. Go ahead.
No, this is up Nosy's alley. We're gonna find out because there's nobody there but us.
It's not.
Nobody's helping Wendy.
That's why I start sending people stuff. But you're right. It's time out for sending people stuff and giving people the tea. We just need to advocate. And I thank you so much, Diva, for like saying, you know what? Enough of this. We need to just get her some help because it's time for this.
Yeah.
Time out.
They're exploiting her.
Right.
Exploiting her. We gotta give it a name. Name it, Nosy. What are we gonna call the investigation?
I don't even know.
Let's get to the bottom of this shit. Something is not right, and we need to get to the bottom. Thank you so much, Buzz, for calling in and doing
Buzz.
everything that you're doing too.
No problem.
Thank you, Buzz.
I'm gonna send that to Perry's Instagram because I don't know if you don't have anybody that you're not following, that you can't get their DMs, but I've been sending you DMs.
Yeah, it goes to like that out.
You gotta send it to the hotline.
Okay.
Because
The
I am
hotline
so
or
backed
my
up.
IG?
Thank you so much. I appreciate it.
No problem. Bye bye.
Bye.
Somebody in the chat said, "How you doing? Investigations." I'm done.
No, justice for Wendy. There we go. We're gonna call it justice for
Justice
Wendy.
for Wendy. Yes.
Justice for Wendy.
We got to get to the bottom. All this is coming together. Glad you was on today, Nosy, when she came on to gave those names. Mel Maxey and Will Selby. Find out what you know. Come back. Child, we got to get to the bottom. We got to help it because what we're witnessing is sad.
Yes.
Yeah, I'm gonna start a live. I'm gonna get into it. And you know, my mermaids will find out.
That's why I said it's just luck that you just happened to be here this today. We got to get to the bottom. Anyway, I got to wrap this up. I'm sorry if I didn't get to your call. I am completely out of time backstage. I'm so sorry, but it's just overwhelming. It's just overwhelming.
Yeah, it's a lot.
I wanted to thank everyone for your super chats.
Oh my God, Bonji.
Call it Wendy. I'm gonna let Nosy come up with the name since she's doing. Wendy 911.
I'm gonna start the live when y'all finish and let them. They'll come up with a good name for it.
Yeah. All right. Wendy's going. I'm Wendy. Nosy's going live right after this. Thank you, Diva, for caring. And I gotta end it here. You guys don't forget to click that like button. It does wonders for my video. Don't forget, if you want to keep talking about this, head over to Nosy Ho Live. A22 is on top of this. A22 is the name of his channel. Nosy Ho Live is the Nosy Ho Live newsroom. Nosy Ho Live.
Gossip and newsroom, yeah. But they search newsroom live, they'll find it.
Okay. And Diva's also finding this. Chronicles of the Gray Hair Diva. Between all of us on this panel, we're gonna get to the bottom.
We got this. We get into the bottom of it.
We got this. All right, guys. On 3, let's say bye. 1, 2, 3. Bye, guys.
Deuces, everybody.